Hey everybody, Pam with Normalized Cloth. Today is day 6 of the Flats and Handwashing Challenge. Today is open topic, and for open topic, I'd like to talk a little bit about perspective and time. The fact that the Flats and Handwashing Challenge was my reality means that for me, the hardest part of this challenge really is just finding the time. And I wanted to talk a little bit more about that because I hear a lot of people talk about how I don't have time to do that. Or some people would say, if I made the time to do that, it would impact my mental health in a very negative way, and I need to take care of myself. That's true, and I'm not bashing anybody for that, but I want to offer my perspective because I hear people say that, and to me, it's just from a position of privilege. And I live that now. That is to understand that I have that privilege now, that I'm in a much better place financially than I was 5 years ago. That honestly, if at any point in time I decided I don't want to do this anymore, I could afford disposables. I could sell the cloth diapers, but that was not my reality when I switched. There's a sad reality that I think we all need to come to grips with, and that is you get penalized for being poor. Overdraft a little bit from the bank, you get slammed with a fee. Can't afford to buy things in bulk, you have to pay a higher price. You get penalized for being poor. Somebody said on TikTok, and I'm not quoting, I'm just saying generally what they said, was that, I can't do cloth diapers because I struggle with depression. You know what? I'm glad that she understands and recognizes that it would be better for her mental health to do what she needs to do. But I responded to her, my wallet doesn't care about my depression. I didn't have the luxury of saying, I'm going to keep using disposables because it's better for my mental health. In fact, it was continuing to use disposables that I realized in hindsight that was hurting me mentally. The anxiety and the struggle of affording diapers is very real. Sometimes I wonder if the people who say things like that know what it's like to have to dig through your car to find money for diapers. I wonder if people ever had to make that decision to opt for diapers rather than having their light bill paid or, rent paid. Sometimes I wonder if people understand what it's like to feel like you need to resort to theft to get the things that you need in life. You know what made me depressed? Trying to afford diapers. Feeling inadequate as a mother, not being able to give my children what they need, just the basic necessities of what they need. And honestly, cloth diapers hadn't even crossed my mind because I didn't even think they were still a thing. I didn't even know you could still find cloth diapers to buy. And the idea of DIYing them never occurred to me either. It was when a friend had told me, look into cloth diapers as a way of not having to worry about running out of disposables anymore, that I realized that they even existed still. My husband was working temp jobs, and this was supposed to be a temp to hire. The same thing that always happened though. The company didn't want to buy out his contract from the temp agency, and so they hired somebody else. At that particular time, the temp job he was working was giving us enough income that we were able to actually budget for diapers at the beginning of the month. And it was only because of that I was able to financially make that switch to cloth diapers. We were spending somewhere between $45 and $55 a month on diapers. I looked into them and I told my husband about them, and I said, this could be a way that we don't have to keep worrying about diapers anymore, because those times between jobs was frustrating because we were constantly running out of diapers. So I told him about it, and I said, but it's going to mean we need all of the money we would normally spend on disposables to put into it, and I'm concerned that it's not going to work for us, that it's like it would have to work, because if it didn't work, we don't have any extra money. And I never forget putting that first diaper on my daughter. I was like a deer in headlights. Please don't poop. And I realized, wow, this is so much easier than I thought. But when I had made the switch to cloth diapers, I expected it to be hard. I expected to hate it. I expected it to drain me mentally, especially since I knew I had to hand wash them every day to make sure I had clean diapers for the next day. But you know what really shocked me the most about switching to cloth diapers? It's that I didn't realize how stressed out I was over disposables until I wasn't stressing about them anymore. My husband abruptly lost his job the following month after we invested a little more into cloth diapers. Well, him and I both agreed. There was just a huge sense of calm that we never had before, because we were no longer worrying about running out of diapers. We were no longer trying to leave diapers on longer than they should. We were no longer, okay, how can we juggle funds around, or what can we sell to try to make money for diapers this time? Or so, like I hear people say, switching to cloth diapers would be detrimental to my mental health. But for me personally, it saved my mental health. The next thing that really surprised me was how much I actually enjoyed the process of washing diapers. I mean, it's not because it's a fun chore, but I really do believe your attitude going into those kinds of chores makes the difference. Because for me, I was just washing it just like, this is all I gotta do to have clean diapers again. This is it. Spend about 12 minutes every evening washing my daughter's diapers, and I have clean diapers for the next day. I didn't look at it like a burden. It did not strain me mentally. In fact, I was mentally healthier, substantially healthier, switching to cloth diapers than I was using disposables. In spite of the fact that I was using flats, in spite of the fact that I was hand washing, I was glad to. After 4 years of struggling to afford diapers, not having to struggle anymore was such a relief. I actually had somebody approach me before and tell me, just be careful you don't get too pitiful about yourself. I was almost taken aback by that, because I thought, I have so much appreciation for my cloth diapers. I had such an immense appreciation for the way the Lord had provided for us. That we weren't where we were before, that we were in a much better place, even if still struggling, in a much better place. What part of I'm better now than before makes you think I'm being pitiful? I was like, I don't think you understand. I like washing cloth diapers because it means I don't have to worry about running out. All I have to do is wash them, and I have more. So, perspective is a lot, attitude is a lot, but there are people who don't have the luxuries that I have. And while I know that there are numerous ways that you can try to make cloth diapering as cheap or free as possible, that's not feasible for everyone. And again, that's why I started Plum Bum Diapers. I wanted to be a resource to people who didn't have a means to jumpstart themselves. I wanted to make it so people had a beginning stash, so that whatever money they got, if they wanted to buy disposables, fine. If they wanted to expand their cloth stash, fine, but they would not be without diapers. They would have something. Anyways, that's just a little rant about my perspective. I am so immensely blessed now. And I understand that none of this was my doing. The Bible says all good things come from the Lord. People have been so kind and generous to me. And I don't know why, because I don't even deserve it. And the very least I can do is to forward that kindness to others. I am not going to pretend like I understand everybody's circumstances or situations. I'm not going to speak with any authority into someone's situation, because I don't know. But I can speak with authority about my experiences and my perspective. And I can share it with you so that you can understand a little bit of why I switched to cloth diapers and why I advocate for them the way I do. It was so immense of a weight lifted that even my husband felt it. Even he said, wow, we're not like freaking out about buying diapers anymore. I gained an independence and an ability to take care of my children in a way that I didn't feel I could before. I felt like a better mother to them. Like, it just overall improved my whole mental well-being switching to cloth diapers. And that's not why I switched. I didn't switch for my mental health. I switched for financial reasons, but that came as an added bonus. Anyhow, if you listened to all of my rambling, thank you for your ear. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. I'm going to shut up before my voice goes completely out, because allergies have been absolutely brutal to me. Lord willing, I will see you guys tomorrow for the final day of the Flats Challenge. And I'll share a little more about my specific experience with this challenge this year with y'all. Have a blessed day. It's a good idea.